Hey everybody, and welcome back to Let's Play Dark Souls. Last time we were playing just through the intro segment, and everything's cool, but I actually, I recorded the second episode and I lost the footage, or rather, I hit the button, but the program didn't start recordings, and I didn't realize until afterwards, so we actually have two The Horrors here, and I'm going to be using this one to catch up to where we were. So this guy, he beat the first boss, first non-tutorial Asylum Demon boss. So he's already in the Undead Burg, but we're going to go back on this guy. They're essentially the same. I just caught up on everything we did last episode, so we're not missing much. And I don't know, he looks a little different. This guy's a little more serious looking, but he's alright, so, oh, I did want to go and talk to Petrus one more time, and we will talk to, the Crestfallen Knight again, but, I'm gonna wait till later.
You again? Oh, I know. How about this? I have to await my companions here anyway. So what if I were to teach you some miracles? Would that please you?
Yes, we would
Very
love
well.
miracles.
Then first, a covenant with the gods.
The gods. We already belong to this covenant. This is something about the class we chose. Clerics are automatically in the way of the White Covenant, which is basically the cleric sort of holy church covenant, I guess.
Now let me share my miracles. Only their ultimate effectiveness will be determined by your efforts and your faith.
Yep. So now that we've gotten to this point, we can learn a gesture. We get the shrug gesture, which is great. And yeah, so we already belong to this covenant. We can purchase items now. He's got a couple nice sort of support miracles. You got Homeward, which is essentially completely devalues the use of the Homeward bones because you can just use it infinitely for an attunement slot, granted. But you got a great heal excerpt. Force, which is, I believe, can knock back... Yeah, that can knock back projectiles. I wasn't sure if you could do that in Dark Souls, but you can. Seek Guidance. I've never used this. It's supposed to display more guidance from other worlds, so I guess more messages, maybe for more level ranges. I don't know. It's strange. And then Heal, which we, of course, already have. Then he also has the Thorland Talisman, which is actually quite good. But we can't afford any of this stuff right now, so we're going to wait until later.
My companions are Milady and her young knights. She is young, but burdened by an undead mission. We are her defenses, to keep her from harm.
So he's talking about Lady Rhea there, or Maiden Rhea, or she's a priestess, and we'll be meeting her later on.
An undead mission? Regrettably, I cannot share that with you. But you are my pupil. Perhaps if you show your faith.
Where's pupil now? Oh, yeah, you can give him souls. Let's go on ahead.
Very well. I can surely tell you, of all people, undead clerics are given a mission to seek kindling. Kindling is the art of feeding bonfires with humanity. Through kindling, we shall one day be granted magnificent powers.
Alright.
Depend upon your faith.
So I glossed over this one. Petrus originally talked about this, but he talks about kindling, which is to stoke the fires with humanity. And we've already seen, we've been doing this, but the rite of kindling, which we will obtain later, will allow us to kindle them even further. And the whole idea of kindling is supposed to grant you magnificent power, as Petrus says. So that's sort of the undead mission for these clerics, is to do that, and that's what Rhea's focus is for her sort of quest. So we'll be touching on that more later, and kindling does become a very important and central part of the plot, kind of throughout. But we'll talk about that more later. So
Come again. The effectiveness of the teachings depend upon your faith.
Alright. It's a little more Petrus for you. I think that's all we can get out of him for now. He's a funny guy. And a few other things. Anyways, long last, we're gonna head out of Firelink Shrine and into the Undead Burg above. Gotcha. Alright. Very nice. Oh. I should have seen that coming. Okay. So, the footage that I lost, you'll see the result, but I got a couple really nice drops. Or, well, one in particular, which is a boss weapon drop from the first boss that we're going to come up to this episode. I really doubt it's going to happen again here, but you guys will see. The proof will be in the pudding. I actually managed to get the boss's weapon, which is exceedingly rare. One of the harder drops to get, really, in my opinion, in this game. So that was kind of neat. You also missed out on an invasion. I actually got invaded in the Undead Burg, and the guy was moderately late game. I mean, they had a Balder shield and a sack on their head, so they had at least been to the depths, at least the early parts of the depths, so not like super far ahead. I was kind of worried about getting maybe like a hacker or something. Oh shit, I got poisoned. Poison's no fun. Don't usually have an issue with this rat, but this was being particularly aggressive this time around. It's okay though. I think we'll be fine. We don't have too much distance to the next bonfire, so we don't have to worry about running out of Estus flasks. Just gotta watch that health bar. Ugh, poison lasts a long time. I think Demon Souls and Dark Souls had the longest poison status effects. It got decently better in Dark Souls 2 and Bloodborne, but yeah. It eats away at you. It is slower here. I think it got faster in those games, so they made it deplete health faster, but last shorter, which I kind of prefer. Alright. Sloppy. Yep. Can't afford to do things like that later on when we've got slightly more agile opponents, but we can afford it for now. But yeah, if I do have any other recording issues in the future, which hopefully I won't, I will use this file and just kind of catch up to wherever we are in the main file. I'll go back to the main file after this episode, but we're just kind of playing on this guy to get back to where we are so you guys can see what's going on. I figure as long as you can see, you know, the general progress, it works out okay. Oh, shoot. There we go. We're down to 4 Estus flasks. I was hoping for a little bit more than that, but yeah, poison hurts. I've also been taking some dumb hits. Okay, get that humanity. It's actually good. I'll use that humanity and kindle the upcoming bonfire, because we're going to want to have 10 flasks for the next part. I don't know why, I guess it's just because it's so early on in the game, but it's a little close there. I don't like to, I find it difficult to get through these opening areas without having a nice amount of Estus flasks. What's this say? Tears. Tears indeed. I'm not sure if the same message will appear in this particular instance of the world here, but those messages, you see there's kind of this undead hollowed guy. There's like a little token, kind of an icon on the side. That's the ranking of the message, and this is kind of a lesser known fact. Oh god. Hello. Right there's the Hellkite Drake. We'll be having a run-in with him later, but we'll get to that when we get to it. But when you look at certain messages, you can sometimes see actually different tokens or icons, and those indicate the popularity of the message. I'm not seeing it here, but in my last recording, I actually saw one that had Kingseeker Frompt, who is a character we'll be meeting later, as the token. And I'm pretty sure it was hacked because it had like 10,000 ratings or something like that. Maybe we'll find another one here. What's this one? Curses. This is an example. So this guy's got 267 ratings, and that is Dom Hall of Xena, who is a really neat character. I like him a lot. But yeah, so I don't know if that's like a hacked one, but the ones that have the higher ratings tend to be floating in the air like this. I don't know why, but I don't know if they're legitimate, given not a lot of people rate messages. So you really, even at release, you barely saw the tokens outside of like the Undead Merchant one, which is the default kind of hollow-faced zombie dude that you see for most of the messages. This is all kind of meaningless, but I just think it's kind of an interesting thing to discuss because it's not brought up too much. Anyways, it's still storming. God damn. It's like 1:20 in the morning right now. I'm just doing some late night recording. I don't know why. I just wanted to get through back to where we were on the other file. It's kind of frustrating losing that process. But this guy right here is actually the Undead Merchant. Let's see, do I have... Let me get the binoculars equipped. Yeah, I forgot to do a couple of things that I did from last episode, but let's talk to him.
Well now, you seem to have your wits about you, hmm? Then you are a welcome customer. I trade for souls. Everything's for sale. Things are getting treacherous in these parts. A horrible goat demon has moved in below, and up above there's that humongous drake, and a bull demon too. If you stick around this place, it might end up being your grave.
I love this guy's voice first off, and I love how he just constantly is petting this wash bin here. So we can buy some items from him. Repair powders are good. Throwing knives I don't really bother with. Fire bombs can be nice. The orange guidance soapstone, I'm gonna want that. And then these two, I'm gonna want the bottomless box first off, because that's important for us. And then we've got a couple items here, just some weapons. Let's go ahead and buy a club, why not? And then, let's see here, got a couple different arrow types. And he's got chainmail, which is what we saw the Crestfallen Knight wearing. We're not going to buy any of that just yet, though.
Here, I'm not here to chit-chat. We talk business, or we talk nothing at all.
So snooty.
Thank you kindly.
Alright, so... let me use... We have some Souls of the Undead. So, large Undead. So using these, we can get some additional souls that we can buy what we need to buy from this guy. We brought plenty of souls. So we do want to get this Resonance Key, that'll be important. We can unlock a couple doors throughout the Undead Burg with that. Let's talk to him again.
I'm not...
doesn't have anything new to say.
Oh, thank you very much. Come back soon.
And one more time, talk to him.
Oh, you again. I hope you've brought plenty of souls.
If you don't buy anything, he has some funny dialogue here.
What a waste of time. Go and fall off a cliff.
Fall off a cliff. This right here, you can occasionally see other players, just kind of spectral spirits. I don't know if I said that last episode. There are a few things I pointed out in the footage I lost, so I'm not sure what I have and haven't said. But you can see you've got these hard pieces of hard souls that you can keep in your inventory, essentially used as pocket change. Don't know if I mentioned that already, but yeah. So those are nice if you have almost enough souls to get what you need to get, but you're just missing a few. That's essentially their purpose. Later on, you start getting pretty huge amounts out of those things, but that's pretty much the purpose of them. Yeah, we're doing pretty good with the mace right here. I was using the Morning Star before, but in comparison, I'm one-shotting these guys when before I think I was needing at least like 2 shots. Maybe it's because I'm doing more of the run-in kind of smash. It's doing more damage, but so we got some throwing knives there, and let's make this leap. Very nice. Break these barrels, make sure there's nothing there. Nothing there. Felt good breaking the barrels, though. And this guy's in a, yeah, try a plunging attack. He's in a bit of a compromising position there. So, nice butt. Good butt. Try plunging attack. I mean, you know, even in these days, proctology exams are important. I'm sorry. Sorry, that's awful. It's late, I'm tired. My sense of humor is horrible. Okay, so get a wooden shield. So I think that's all that we need to do back in this section so we can finally start heading through. We should activate this bonfire. Before we do, let's use another humanity. Very nice. Okay. So now we're gonna kindle this bonfire, and you see right now we have 5 Estus flasks. When we kindle it, it's gonna take them right up to 10. So that's very nice. And we're sitting inside of somebody else. Oh god. Can't level up, no, nearly enough. I'm just gonna organize some stuff in my inventory here. So the bottomless box is essentially you just keep anything that you're not using away in here, which is very nice. It's good to have. Cause me, I'm super neat freak, so I like, you know, keeping stuff kind of organized, and this is a very nice implement to do that with, so you don't end up getting like a huge inventory whenever you want to switch weapons or something like that. I think we're gonna keep sword weapons and other stuff kind of away, but we'll keep blunt weapons, maybe axes as well. No spears. We'll keep the light crossbow on us, and talismans. We actually found this talisman in Firelink, I think. The one we started with, I believe, was the canvas talisman? Or maybe I'm wrong, I don't know. But this one has higher magic adjust and also more parameter bonuses. You can see this one has a B, this one has an A, so we're going to stick with the canvas talisman. So we'll put the normal talisman away. Cracked around shield, don't need them. I'll actually get rid of that duplicate. And wooden shield, we don't need so much. Here, just looking at the shield so you can understand what's going on here. We've got damage reduction on the top right section of this little indication box here, or the info box. So we've got physical 88% damage reduction. So we don't block 100% of damage that we take physically, but we'll be finding most shields do have 100%, but the early shields, 65, 93. The wooden shield's actually a little bit better for us here, so I may switch out for that, in fact. Alright, cool. And then we got some standard bolts. So, I think that's everything for now. We'll keep the Ring of Sacrifice on us. Basically, if you die with that, you keep all of your souls. Good if you're hauling around a lot and you're going into a dangerous area and you don't want to lose them. I honestly don't use the Rings of Sacrifice that much, but you know, they have their value for sure. Let's switch out for the wooden shield. I think it'll be good for now. Oops. Did a little kick there. Occasionally I'll accidentally do a kick. It usually works out, because, you know, it hit stuns the guy anyways, but... Ooh! Flying at me. Okay. Heading in here. This room can be a little dangerous. I want to approach this with caution and take out the little guys as quickly as I can. So we got Shieldy Man coming in. Oops. Should have kept my lock on. Again, sorry about the background noise. It's storming out here. Actually got a flood warning a few hours ago, but no, I haven't checked outside. I don't think it's too bad. Oh, let me head in here first. But yeah, some funny weather we're getting now. Almost summer, but we're getting some crazy rains. It's good. I like when it rains. So does my car. My car has gotten pretty dirty with pollen, so it's completely unrelated. I don't even know. I have so little to talk about. I'm talking about my car getting covered in pollen and cleansed by the rain. It's beautiful. It's poetic. Not really. Alright, so we got these 3 guys. I'm actually glad that we've got I'm kind of going back around a second time for this recording. The first time I was, oh god, it was horrible. I don't think I had built up my confidence very well yet, so I was taking things very carefully, but at the same time I can't say it was very exciting. And right there you might have seen, when we killed this guy, in addition to the normal kind of white wisp of souls we got, there was kind of this dark wisp within it, with like a white back, or kind of outline around it. Occasionally when you kill normal enemies or humanoid enemies, I don't know if it applies for other enemies like rats and that sort of thing, but at least with some humanoid enemies like these hollows here, you'll occasionally get some soft humanity. It goes straight into your counter. As you see, we have one humanity now, but it's kind of a neat little feature. It lets you get some extra humanity, and you can even farm these kinds of enemies for that. I wouldn't say you need to focus on it, because you generally tend to get enough humanity as is, but it's good to have a little extra bonus stuff. Right there you see there's an item down there. We'll be coming down for that along the normal path, but there's a guy down there that we do not want to approach from that angle, because it could mean some bad stuff for us. It's a little dangerous to go that way, I guess is what I'm meaning to say. But right there we got some pine resin. Go see this. Gold pine resin. Rare pine resin which emits golden sparks. Applies lightning to right-hand weapon. So that's really, really useful, especially for early game, because you would not believe how much using resins amplifies your damage, especially like using it on the bell gargoyles who we will be encountering later on. Let's also get this orange sign soapstone. Okay, take this guy out. And let's just write a message up here. Let's do a question. Let's pose a question. Concept. Now let's do body part. Anywhere? Anywhere? I don't know. So you can write messages to help or trick other players. It's a fun little feature, some indirect multiplayer interactivity. That's something I love in these games is, you know, you're not necessarily playing with other people, but you know they're there, and you know they can help you out, they can get a little devious, and it's great because the community really does come through in that, and sometimes they're clever, sometimes they're pointless, sometimes they're just, you know, silly for the sake of being silly. We'll be seeing our fair share, and that's really why I want to play online, is those interactions I think are some of my favorite parts of the game. Right here, try jumping. Not sure where he's referring to. Let me see, we've got a trap up here. Flaming barrel. Goes around, and then he comes down to attack us. Ah. My altitude was a little weird because we're fighting on that staircase, so I wasn't able to fall through the riposte. And here he is. This is why I didn't want to jump down here from the other route. Also because it's very easy to send yourself sailing right into the pit and miss that little kind of balcony there. But yeah, this is our first Black Knight. And these guys are nasty. They're tough. They're kind of mini-boss type enemies in the way that once you've killed one... Oh boy. once you've killed one, they don't respawn. So these are one-time battles, usually, you know, usually nastier type guys. Sometimes NPCs, although NPCs also have a tendency to, well, certain NPCs. I think I'm putting that wrong. I was thinking of a specific encounter in Darkroot. But there are some NPCs that will respawn, but most of them tend not to. It's actually one we could encounter pretty soon here. Very particular guy, the name of Havel the Rock. Alright, here, this is the best way to deal with these guys early game, is just chain your backstabs. Just chain them over and over again. If you miss, don't worry about it, just keep looping around. You know, if he's got his back against the wall, don't try for it too hard. Just keep on, oh boy. Ugh. Let's get out of here. Whew. I know my health's not that low yet, but with this guy, you never know. You want to play it safe. So, this is actually around the time that I got invaded. Funny thing is, I was fighting this guy up here. There's some more open ground there, so it can be a nice area to do this encounter. But I got invaded in the midst of fighting this guy, so I had to take a break fighting him, and I went over to approach the invader who was in the beginning of the area, and it was hilarious. Like, initially he was gonna, you know, we were just gonna do a normal fight, but we started gesturing at each other, and I took all of my attire off, just went naked, and unarmed myself, and he did the same thing, and then we spent like the next 5 minutes just duking it out hand to hand in the nude, and it was incredible. He dropped a humanity for me also, and then once we had had our fun, I bowed to him, and then I prayed, and then he just kind of backed off and ran off a cliff. And it's interactions like those why I love this game so much. I've got a lot of great memories doing things like that. And it's really my favorite part, is not even, you know, playing PvP seriously, but just like getting that invasion, turning it into like just a fun interaction. And I think it is one of the more positive points of the community. There are, you know, it has its own fair share of negatives, but that's one thing that I've always really enjoyed, is how silly people are. If you don't take yourself too seriously in this game, you can have a really great time with other players. I really wish I hadn't lost the footage, because it was funny. It was a good time. I had a good time there. But nonetheless, say hello to the Taurus demon. And now say goodbye, because we want to get the hell out of here. So we took out those 2 snipers. It's good, because they won't be pelting us with crossbow bolts while we're trying to fight the boss. But we also want to use this area to our advantage. A message right there said try a plunging attack, and that is essentially the easy way to deal with this guy. He can be a little bit tough if you try fighting him head on. Well, he can be particularly tough. He's got some nasty moves up his sleeves, and he hits like a truck. So, oh god. It's okay, we got it. Yeah, this is the main thing we want to do, is just try and evade his attacks. His axe swings are surprisingly not as vertical as one might think, so once you're halfway up the ladder, you're, for the most part, safe. Occasionally you might get clipped with one of his attacks, but it's not too big of a deal. You'll usually be fine for it, so... Alright. One thing, I wish more bosses made use of plunging attacks. I feel like this introduces it really well, and the Asylum Demon does as well. Like, they both set it up just based on the design of the arena that you fight them in, or like certain landmarks in the arenas. But later on it's kind of dropped. I think after this point, really, there's not a huge amount of bosses that implement this. I guess it's fair enough, because, I mean, look at his health now. But, so let's try and fight him legit a little bit here. We've done enough massive chunks of damage just doing plunging attacks, but we should try and fight him legit a little bit. So he does have kind of shockwaves to his attacks. Want to be careful with those, because even after his axe lands, he can still hit you with that shockwave. Alright. Oh, see. Just dodged right into it. And wait for this. And go in, and you're dead. So that's the Taurus demon, the bull-headed demon that the Undead merchant told us about, and we have vanquished it and achieved victory and gotten some humanity. Didn't get the demon great axe there. That's actually the weapon that I got on my main file for the horror. So we'll be seeing that a little later. But yeah, we missed it this time around. So we'll talk to a good buddy, or a future good buddy, and then we'll get back to the bonfire and end the episode. So. And here he is, Solaire of Astora, gazing out into the sun. Its glorious incandescence, a magnificent body. Body, glorious body, magnificent father, sun, incandescence, etc., etc.
Ah, hello. You don't look hollow, far from it. I am Solaire of Astora, an adherent of the Lord of Sunlight. Now that I am undead, I have come to this great land, the birthplace of Lord Gwyn, to seek my very own son. You find that strange? Well, you should. No need to hide your reaction. I get that look all the time.
So he mentions Lord Gwyn, who we saw in the opening cutscene. He's well revered here in the land of Lordran.
Oh, aha.
Aha.
So I didn't scare you. I have a proposition, if you have a moment.
Okay.
The way I see it, our fates appear to be intertwined. In a land brimming with hollows, could that really be mere chance? So what do you say? Why not help one another on this lonely journey?
Hell yeah, man. Let's do it.
Pleases me greatly. Well then, take this.
The White Sign Soapstone.
We are amidst strange beings in a strange land. The flow of time itself is convoluted, with heroes centuries old phasing in and out. The very fabric wavers, and relations shift and obscure. There's no telling how much longer your world and mine will remain in contact. But use this to summon one another as spirits, cross the gaps between the worlds, and engage in jolly cooperation. Of course, we are not the only ones engaged in this, but I am a warrior of the sun. Spot my summon signature easily by its brilliant aura. If you miss it, you must be blind.
Good guy, Solaire. You gotta love him.
Oh, hello there. I will stay behind to gaze at the sun. The sun is a wondrous body, like a magnificent father. If only I could be so grossly incandescent.
If only I could be so grossly incandescent. So he's obsessed with the sun. It is his everything. He wants to find his own sun. So it's not bad. It's a healthy obsession. Seems like a good guy.
Oh, hello there.
So yeah. Okay. Pro tip right here. Run out as soon as you hit this splotch of kind of, I don't know, ashes or just kind of charred ground. Run back and head in here. The reason for that is, hey, Hellkite Drake. So yeah, this guy kind of launches a surprise attack on you. This was the first time that I died in Dark Souls, and I think it's kind of the point where the game kind of gives you the middle finger if you don't know what's going on. But yeah, that I believe at this point is a one-shot. But you just want to dodge that first one, run back, wait until he breathes his fire breath, and then run across. Don't worry about him. He's so delayed before he breathes fire again, you'll be able to get down that staircase. And then once you're down there, just, you know, kick that ladder down, and we're right back here at the beginning of the Undead Burg. So that, I believe, is going to be it for this episode. Just for the sake of it, we'll start leveling up some stuff just a little bit. I I don't know, I don't think we're really gonna need intelligence, but... And then, I tell you, there. Everything's nice and even. I know, it's stupid. I shouldn't even be leveling up endurance, or resistance, but, I like even numbers. Look how clean that is. It's beautiful. And then we could even maybe buy some stuff from the Undead Merchant, but we'll wait until next time for that, so... Thanks for watching, everybody. Oh, actually, well, that doesn't even really count, because this isn't our main character. I'll just go transfer the same stats over to the main guy, and next time we'll be back on the main file, so... Thank you for watching, everybody, and, take care. Till next time. Ta-ta. Hey folks, just a little extra addition onto the end of the episode. I want to show you guys we're back on our main dude. We leveled up the same as we were before, and I just wanted to show you guys Demon's Great Axe. This thing is the weapon of the Taurus Demon, which I got on this file, but unfortunately we weren't able to see. Kind of a neat, really rare drop. I think it's like the first time I've actually gotten it from the main boss Taurus Demon, because we'll be seeing actually lesser Taurus Demons later, and I just want to read the description here. Oops. So right here you see, carved from the bones of fellow demons wielded by the lesser Taurus Demons. That's what I was talking about, the lesser Taurus Demons. This axe is imbued with no special power, but can merrily beat foes to a pulp, providing you have the strength to wield it. And it requires 46 strength, so that's a bit steep. I believe you can wield it, like, two-hand it for less, like either half as much or 75% as much. So you can wield it with either 23 or 34-ish. I don't know the exact numbers. I forget how that works exactly, but anyways, that's the Taurus Demon Great Axe, and yeah, so I'm just gonna head back to Firelink and show some dialogue that I didn't actually show for the Crestfallen Knight, and then we'll end it for real, so yeah. Okay, so we are back with the Crestfallen Knight.
Don't you ever think to forge your weapons?
Oh!
You'd better find a smith box soon.
Okay.
Unless you enjoy swinging about with blunt instruments.
Well, I do. Let's see here. I didn't think they were gonna follow me this far. These guys. Anyways, back to this guy.
How did that silly sorcerer's apprentice end up? You know, the one always prattling on about Master Logan. He left for the Undead Burg, but never came back. Serves him right. If even old Big Hat can't make it out there, what chance does he have? I hope he enjoys his new life as a hollow.
So it was mention of a sorcerer's apprentice, Big Hat Logan. We'll be meeting that guy later in another section of the Undead Burg.
Bloody hell, what is it now?
Frustrated
You
us.
ask too many questions.
Okay.
Hmm? What now? I'm not up for chatting. Leave me alone.
And one more time.
Hmm?
Alright, that's all he's gonna tell us. See, I'm not sure, I might have missed some dialogue from before we headed into Undead Burg, but that's alright. So, that's pretty much it. I'm gonna head back to the Undead Burg, and I'll see you guys next episode.